very good morning to you. How you're doing? It's indeed a great day to be alive. I hope you're feeling as bubbly and energetic as I am, Tendai.
I'm feeling bubbly as energetic
Yeah.
as you are. I hope guys are actually.
I hope you all are. This is Life and Style, and this is Inspiration Thursday, looking to encourage, motivate, and inspire you this morning. Tendai, you look absolutely gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you so much. I love the purple too. You look like a beautiful jacaranda purple.
Woohoo! There you
Don't
go.
play. Don't play.
Feel.
Still right there. I mean, thanks
Yeah.
so much. You know,
I
I mean,
like
I'm
this.
trying.
I like that.
It's all courtesy
really
of
nice.
City Walk, you know.
Oh my God, what's going on? Oh my God, what's going on? What's that
have you discovered something?
No, but it's a bit, wow.
Well, since you've already pointed it out, I think we can as well just clear that air on that. If guys remember
My
a
good Lord.
couple of weeks ago, you mentioned something about stones, about me carrying certain stones around.
I thought it was just a stone, like, you know,
Oh,
one.
no, it's not one. There are plenty, and they're in all pockets of corners over here.
Oh my good Lord, Tendai, what's going on? This looks
These
like,
stones.
unajua mganga?
Of course I do.
What is mganga? There you go. What is mganga?
You see, the way that thing moved is because of you bringing up the Mganga story. Now you see what's happening. You're awakening things. So, basically, these are known as quartz crystal stones. Quartz crystal stones. These are not just any stones. These stones are special in the sense that all these stones have grown. Do you know stones grow? These grow. These grow from Mother
Like
Earth.
Darugo, you know Darugo?
No, that's far. No, that's far. But yeah, they literally grow in the earth, in the heart of earth, and they come outside. Now, what is important about them? People have always talked about how, you know, technology, we're always improving, we're always going far, but no one has ever stopped to ask, how did we start having internet from nowhere? How did we start making phone calls across seas from nowhere? How did all this begin? No one has ever asked those questions. But this over here, this are responsible for us communicating. You see, if you take your phone right now, inside your phone, there's a tiny little quartz crystal inside. These crystals communicate with each other. Yeah, as I'm talking,
Tendai, you're creeping me out.
It sounds crazy on paper, but as we're talking right now, all these stones are communicating with each other. Do you want me to prove it to you?
Yes, please.
When I call you, a frequency is sent to your phone. And when you answer, there's a relationship that has been connected. What's actually making that connection is the stones in the phone. The phones radiate in fact, that's what network is all about. Without internet, Wi-Fi, it all comes from this. Believe it, Wikali. Believe it. Imagine that. Do you? I mean, that's the amazing part.
Okay.
You know?
You know what? It's okay. Are they gonna like suck my blood or something?
Well, I mean, apart from just
But
being...
why do you carry them? No, so I understand the
tech
telephone.
part.
Yes.
Yeah, the tech aspect.
Why do you walk around with so many stones in your
now you've got to ask yourself the question now. If these things are able to communicate with somebody, right, across the world via phone call, what can the raw versions do for you when you have the uncut, the pure type straight from the earth? This, basically, the moment you have this, they radiate. As we're talking, trust me, we can't see this, Mikali, but right now they radiate. The same way you can't see a telephone. The same way you can't see a telephone, Mikali, these are communicating with us right now. Trust
Okay,
me.
Muganga, it's okay. Now we've established. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, do you communicate with
Well,
your
I mean,
stones
okay,
tonight?
now if you want us to, yes, veer off slightly from tech, but actually, great spiritual people use this a lot. In fact, in ancient Africa, they used to use stones. Why do you think people carry like, you know, pendulums? You know, guys had jewelry before? People never asked where the tradition of that came from. That actual tradition of wearing jewelry came from wearing special stones. So it's just because they radiate. So when you radiate, you actually contact that radiation. And it's all positive. Imagine.
Where did you get them from? So they grow? Did you go on a...
Yeah, that's another thing. For example, like this one, you know, they all have different names. This particular type here, it's called tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. Tiger's eye. That is because it looks like a, you know, like a tiger's eye. That's the actual scientific name. You know? So, you know, I'm a fist and everything. But basically, yeah. It can
You know
do
what?
all that.
Tonight, I think we need to do this off air. If I'm freaked out, I'm wondering what the audience is feeling like right now.
Guys, tweet to us. Tell us what you think. If you have ever heard of quartz crystals before. And also do some research. This is some new tech for you guys to check out. Find out what makes your technology communicate.
But this is not
when you
Innovate,
hear
right?
optic cables, what do you think optic cables are?
Optic cables, like just cables,
what do you think the
wires.
material is made out of?
Wire, copper,
It's
something.
optic. If you've ever heard it's optic, they even so thin. These are the raw material right here. This is our internet. right here. It's amazing. Where
That
it come
is
from?
cool. It's cool.
It's all cool.
Yes, can I go?
Oh yeah, no, we're good. We're good with this. But now, apart from quartz crystals, please hold on to these.
I'll just go
Make sure they don't overload you too much power.
I'm just gonna meditate.
Meditate all
What do
of
you have
them.
on Innovate though?
We have something pretty interesting, and we're getting to that right now. So while you're with the lovely ladies and gents over there, Zen. How can I see you? Hey bro, how you doing?
Hello.
How's everything?
I'm good. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you.
Awesome.
So good to have you today.
Thank you for having me.
You know, I mean, as you can hear, we're talking about something like where our tech came from. And
Yeah.
it's so crazy that you'd not expect it came from something so raw.
I'm actually shocked. I've never seen such. I'm hearing of it today.
Is it?
I'll go Google after this. We must verify
check that
the
out.
truth.
You have to check that out.
It's very awesome.
That's amazing.
Yes.
But I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you very much.
So maybe we can start with the introduction.
Yes.
And then we can get into what you've brought us.
Yep.
As the guys can see, there's nothing on the tape. So you know that we have something software related, which even you can try out.
Yep.
Perfect.
So hi, my name is Sammy Wambua. I am the founder and CEO of Epate, Recovery Solutions, or Epate if you wish to call it. It is a website that helps connect people that have lost personal documents to people who've found personal documents. So say for example, Tendai, do you walk in town and once in a while when in a shop you see a lost ID?
Yeah, even on a tree.
Exactly.
I've been walking on the tree and you see them
or if you're in campus or college, whenever you go to the security office, there are so many IDs that are just put there and
lost.
Exactly, lost IDs. And there's no one to tell the person, hey, I saw your ID at such and such a place.
You know there's no phone number too.
Exactly. So we saw this problem and that's why we came up with our solution. Epate is electronic party. We coined it from the Swahili word for find it. Epate. Remove the I put the yes. So what we did is we created Epate. Epate is a platform that helps connect people who've lost and those who found. So say for example, you and I, you lose your ID in town, and a lovely lady finds it. Let's give the lady a name, Maggie.
Perfect.
Maggie's awesome.
Maggie.
Great. Thank you, Maggie.
Thank you, Maggie. Wherever you are, Maggie.
So Maggie will take a photo of the ID and post it onto our website. The posting process is really similar to what you do with social media platforms, the Facebooks, the Twitter. It's really simple. Just take a photo, upload it. Once you upload it, it has to go through a verification phase. Why is this? Because what we're trying to do is we're trying to curb identity theft. So on the back end, we'll crop out sensitive information, things like your ID number, your serial number, date of birth, information that when it lands in the wrong hands, it can be used against you. What you do is we'll just retain information that is sufficient for you to see that this is my ID. So you'll see your name, Tendai, and the photo of your ID. That's sufficient for you. So after you've verified, we post it onto the front end. You later come onto our website and you'll see, this is my website. This is my ID. You click it. Once you click it, the first thing that the website will do is it will ask you to verify the truthfulness of your claim that this is my ID. So we'll ask you to state your ID number. If you state all of it correctly, you'll be taken to a payment platform. If you get the ID number wrong, the site refuses to go through. But we give you leeway. We are like, if you're sure this is your document, contact us and tell us why you think it's yours, or maybe we've gotten the ID number wrong back on our end. So say you get everything right, you're taken onto our payment page. On our payment page, you're given our Lipa number or number, whichever you prefer.
We are with.
So you'll pay, the amount varies for different documents. For a national ID, you'll pay us 350 bob. Once you pay us 350 bob, we'll give you the contact details of whoever has your ID. In this case, Maggie.
Maggie now.
So you call Maggie, you're like, hi Maggie, I'm fine. Where can I meet you? You suggest, let's meet at Kencom at 3 p.m. And then Maggie's like, no, I only do.
Yeah,
wow. Okay, so.
As long as you're paying for it, man, because
all is well. So
all is
yes,
good.
You go to give her, she'll give you your ID. In exchange, you'll take the transaction code or money transaction code you give to Maggie. Maggie will come back to us, and that will be the proof to us that she gave you your ID. And we pay her, out of the 350 you gave us, there's a small finder's fee that we give to her.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Motivation.
I love that. You've explained everything so intricately in detail. So that's amazing. So let me understand this straight.
Yep.
So the app basically allows you to track down lost items.
Yes.
Is that it? Does it matter what it is?
Yes, actually we do national IDs, school IDs, certificates, driving licenses, title deed, logbooks. We're yet to come up with anything else. The only things we don't do are credit cards and debit cards because the numbers on the cards can be used for online transactions. So we'd rather not post that and expose your bank account details. So and for credit cards and debit cards, financial institutions are rather prompt in replacing, but for the kinds of documents that I've said, take
Yeah,
quite a
take
while,
quite a
it's
while.
quite a process to replace them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because you know, the other day, it's funny.
Yeah.
I had some certificate documents.
Yeah.
And I misplaced them, and I thought I left them at a bank. And for sure, I knew that at an ATM, actually, I knew they would not be there if I go back to find them. But luckily, I'd actually misplaced them around the house. But what you're telling me, if I had lost those certificates that day, and somebody came and discovered them, they would upload that information onto your site?
Yes.
I see. And then from there on, what? Do I have to know your site exists, or how do I go about that?
Now that is the challenge we're facing at present, getting people to know our site exists, because like many other businesses, it can only be successful with knowledge of all parties. So for the finders who find the documents, they must know where to post them. For the people who've lost the documents, they must know where to find them. So we are being really vigorous. We are going around telling everyone and anyone who cares to listen about our website.
Well, that's an amazing idea.
Yeah.
I mean, because the fact that I've never seen anything actually like this, to be honest with you. And I think this will help many people, because you always find IDs all over the place.
True.
So when you find an ID, because I'm pretty sure the fact that you're even giving something, like a person gets a tip, everybody picking the closest ID they can find. So when you find an ID, you upload the picture to the website.
Yes.
Do you have the website so we can have a go at it? We try to see how even the interface looks like.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Lovely.
Log on.
So it's a website. Do you have an app?
The app is still under development. The website is already fully functional. If you wish to use the website, go right ahead. The app, once it's released, we shall...
So there's an app coming?
Yeah, it's coming.
Well, this is great. Okay, so let's have a look at the website. We'll point out to this camera right here.
Sawa.
All right.
So this is the interface of the website. It's primarily black.
ERS.
Yes, ERS, Epate Recovery Solutions, or Epate in short.
Epate. I like Epate in short. That's pretty cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So this is an example of how it looks like once you upload the document. This is a pre-uploaded document.
So you literally cover the important details.
Yeah.
I can see the ID has been, even the second name has been cut.
For this one, because this was a sample, we had to block out everything. But ideally, what we take out is the thumbprint, serial number and ID number, your signature. The rest,
so that you can know.
You'll be able to see your full name and your picture.
And your picture
but
as well.
For this one, we had to check everything.
No problem. Yeah. That's understandable.
So this is on the showcase. There'll be multiple. So once you come here,
let's say now, okay, so I've got Tendai here. Tendai, I lost my ID in a matatu. You get what I mean?
Yep.
Now I'm there and I know about your site. How do I go about it when I now come to the interface?
Yes. Once you come to the interface, you lost your ID.
I lost my ID, can you believe that?
Come, there's a menu button here. Once you click the menu, there's a drop down. There's post it, view posted items, FAQs, contact us, login, register. For you, in your case, you want to see if someone has posted your
Exactly.
ID. So you can come to view posted items, or when you're on the home page, there's also another page. This one, similar to this, but on the bottom it will have a view more button. If you click the view more button at the bottom or the view posted items, it will take you to this page where now we are showing you everything that's been posted. So say this is your ID, you'll click on it. The website, claim this document. The website basically just wants you to enter your identification number to prove that it's yours.
So even your ID number in this case?
Yes.
Also, in order for you to know it's your ID number, you have to even be able to put your ID in.
And,
I see.
And in this case, I don't know the ID number here, so let's try putting around.
So let's say you are a guy trying to play around,
to steal.
So
let's say,
and let's show all that detail.
Sawa. So I'll put in a wrong ID number deliberately, then I click claim. The site will load, and it will tell you, sorry, this number does not match what we have on record. But if you're sure that this document is yours, you can always contact us. The contact us page is
really cool.
Right there.
Because you have the actual documents.
We can see what's there. So if you tell us, maybe God forbid that the mistake was on our side. Instead of 5, we put 8 as the last digit. So you'll tell us, I'm putting in my ID number. It's this, and this, but it's not going through. Then we'll okay, let's confirm with what we have on our database. Then we'll match what is on the ID and what we put in. Then we're like, okay, yeah, true. The fault is on our side. We rectify, then you're like, go through the process again. So once you've come, okay, we will not be able to proceed further than the claiming process because I did not know the ID number. But after that, it will take you straight to the payment page.
Wait, but now it goes to the payment page. So how does this work? Let's say now I picked up the ID. I picked up what is the girl Maggie picked up Maggie's ID. how do I come and bring it to you, or do I keep it?
No.
How does it work?
No need. Actually, just keep it. Just post it onto our website.
From where I am?
Yeah, from wherever, the comfort of your bedroom.
Oh, is
your
it?
home, your living room, wherever you're
Onto your platform?
Yes.
Oh, so I don't have to even come to any office or anything?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but we do have future plans where, if God enables us, we'll open up collection centers in major cities, Nairobi, Kisumu, Mombasa.
Major lost and found.
Exactly.
Digital?
Yeah.
Wow. That is pretty impressive.
But at present, the business model you're operating with is you just hang on to that document, post it. When the owner finds it, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just go searching my name, and then it'll bring up all the details.
Yeah.
So you mentioned not just ID, but even the certificates as well.
Yeah.
Driving license?
Driving license as well.
Wow.
Title deed, logbook.
Title deed too. Well, that's a very major thing to find lying around. And a logbook as well.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. So how could, I mean, there's nothing as bad as losing an ID, because the process to get it is cumbersome.
Yeah,
So what has been the reaction to people who have actually claimed their goods and seen legit, wow, it's actually worked?
People loved it. They were like, wow, this is one of a kind. We loved it. Why did this come sooner?
Yeah.
Like, thank you. Actually, such people are motivating us to go ahead, because also along the way, you'll also find the people who will poke holes in your awesome story.
Of course, but that makes the story even better.
True.
Doesn't it, no?
So yeah, so we are loving the feedback we're getting from people. Also, part of the feedback we're getting is people prefer an app-based solution. So that is why we are trying to hurry up with the
app.
Yeah, with the app, so we can launch it. But both will be integrated. Whether you prefer the app to the website or vice versa, whichever you prefer, all will work.
Speaking of the website,
Yeah.
So what is the website? What's the URL for guys watching who want to
it's epate.co.ke.
Epate.co.ke.
Yes, and Epate has an E,
Okay.
not an I. So epate.co.ke.
So E for, is it for electric? Why is it E?
Yes, electric party.
So I'm up to start. So who came up with this amazing idea? Because definitely someone had to have gone through something in order to say, no, this thing should exist.
It's my brainchild.
Is it?
Yes, I just came up with the idea one day. Also, yes, I passed by the security office of our campus. I'm a student at University of Nairobi. So I passed by the security gate, and you'll find IDs like, if you arrange them, it's this thick.
Lost IDs?
Exactly. And there's no way for them to communicate to people. So I was like, maybe you can get a solution for this.
Is that it?
That's how I came up with it. I have my tech team behind me. They did all the coding, because I have a background in accounting. I do not know the first thing about technology.
Coding-wise?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
So
that's something.
Yeah, they did all the coding behind it. So I double up as the accountant for the entity, and also I do most of the running around and business development for the website.
That's perfect. So you mentioned earlier on that there are different rates for the reward for according to what document it is, right? How does that play out?
So, for example, school ID is what we charge the least, because students are ideally not balling. Yeah, students. Thank you.
Not balling.
So, for the recovery of a student ID, you'll pay us 250. The finder will get 100 shillings out of that. For a national ID, we charge 350 shillings.
I like the reasonable prices at least. Yeah.
For driving license, we charge 700 shillings. For a certificate, any kind of birth certificate or academic certificate or university degree, you name it, all of them are 1,000 shillings. And for title deed or logbook, we charge 2,500.
Yeah, those are the big guns.
Yeah,
don't play around with
and
those
also they're not really common to
find. Yeah, they're
find,
also not common to find,
yeah.
just lying around.
Yeah.
Wow. That is something.
Yeah.
So you got the idea, you put together the team, and you brought it up.
Yeah.
So how long should we wait for the app? Because that sounds also pretty neat. And what else might be now? Some sneak peeks. Build high for us.
Okay. For the app, let me not give a direct timeline, but I should say by June of this year, God willing, it will be out. Things we're adding onto the website. We already have a search and store feature. Let me explain how this works. So say, for example, the same scenario we had. You lost your ID. Maggie found the ID.
Thanks,
but
Maggie.
Yes, God bless you, Maggie. But you logged onto our website before Maggie could post the ID. So that's one of the scenarios we face.
That's interesting.
Exactly. So you come, and there's a search feature on the site. So you search for your ID number. Say it's 12345. You input 12345, and the site will tell you, sorry, this document has not been posted. However, leave us your contact such that when a similar document is uploaded, we will notify you immediately, like, yo, your ID is here, come pay us, and we'll tell you who has it.
Automatically.
Yeah.
That's very smart, because that's a very very possible thing to occur.
Yes.
You might go there and actually search your ID, but the person has just not yet uploaded. Maybe no one has actually found it yet.
True.
So you can put your information, and the moment it's found, or rather it registers that ID.
Yeah.
So send a notification?
Yeah, we can do either SMS or email, whichever you prefer.
Wow.
We prefer you give us both your phone number, the active phone number, and your email address, such that we send both simultaneously, such that whichever you're active on, you'll see it first.
And then immediately?
Yeah.
Wow, that is something pretty cool.
Thank you.
I like this whole idea.
Yes.
So where do you see this once because you've mentioned it's all this amount of people talking about it and more people getting to know about it.
Yeah.
The awareness that the platform is there.
Yeah.
So once, there's even a huge audience there,
yeah.
where do you think this can actually lead to? Because it sounds something that can go on a very big scope.
Yeah.
Even more than just what you can track right now.
Yeah. Hopefully, we are looking for partnerships with the government such that we act as an alternative to printing new lost IDs, because the government has the database and the IDs are all over. So what you can do is you can go to the database, we have the phone numbers, contact details of everyone, and once they are found, we just notify them immediately. And hopefully not just in Kenya, in Eastern Africa, and hopefully eventually Africa mzima.
That's great. Right now, are you in Nairobi or are you in nationwide?
Just rolled out in Nairobi, but the service is accessible wherever you are because it's a web-based service. Even though you're in Mombasa and we are not in Mombasa, you can just post the document, and if the person who owns it is in Mombasa, you'll get in touch.
That's another thing, because that's also pretty interesting, and it can work out. One, you get to meet someone who actually had the heart to actually bring back that document. But when you meet people face to face, is there any other way that can go around? Let's say perhaps if you wanted to deliver it, because you may be miles apart.
Exactly, yes. That is one of the challenges again we face because we do not have the capital to set up collection centers everywhere in Kenya. So at present, even though we can just do maybe one in Nairobi, after a while another in Kisumu, another in Mombasa. But if you could bring them all at the same time, such that we're like, okay, Maggie, bring Tendai's ID, drop it here, Tendai will come pick it, and for him to get it, he'll have paid us, and then part of the fee goes to you. So yes.
Ah, that's lovely.
Yeah.
And so and Maggie will get a cut, so she can't say it was all in vain.
Exactly.
That's absolutely amazing.
Motivation.
That's great.
Yeah.
All right, that's absolutely amazing. I'm pretty sure guys will actually hook onto this, because the more guys get onto it, the more chances you will find your document when it's lost. And the thing is, about some of these things, you really don't know that you need them until when it finally happens. You're like, oh no, I've lost my ID, and where do I start from?
Exactly.
Perhaps you can give your details, like your phone numbers, email address, social media handles.
Sawa. Also, can I add something? We also sell ad space on the page for anyone who's interested.
Or on the page for
on the page itself. It's also another revenue stream. So our contacts, you can contact me directly, 0711 816 373. For those who are grabbing their pens, let me say it again. 0711 816 373. Sammy Wambua. Or drop us a message anywhere on our social media platforms. On Instagram and Twitter, we are Epate_Kenya, Epate with an E. And on Facebook, we are Epate Kenya.
Yeah, perfect. And the URL one more time for the website, where guys go to?
Epate.co.ke.
That is it, epate.co.ke. Thanks so much for coming. This is a pretty nifty thing, because I mean, the documents it's like a headache. That can spoil your week, the moment you realize. I've once lost an idea and it was a headache finding it. Luckily, what's the girl we're talking about? Maggie brought it back to me, literally. That was not her name, but there's a Maggie who brought it back to me, but this is absolutely great. All right, guys, so that was it. You've heard it. So if you've lost any of your documents, you know where to go to now and check it out. Doesn't matter what it is. It can be an ID. It can be a certificate. It can even be a logbook. It can all be discovered now. And all you guys have to do is just enter the website, check it out. You've heard the URL, and you will be able to receive your document and not go through any stress. But that's been it today for Innovate. Hope you enjoyed it, including our magical crystals. But we will be back shortly. We're going for a short break, and we're back with Mikali on Motivate.
There's that link. I think we've linked guys. There are guys who are doing manual jobs. There are guys who are doing professional jobs in different institutions. We talk to you as a leader.